Ishiboy and Gun in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, yes, when I got up today, I actually thought to myself, you know what, we've got a match day in our hands, and if we don't win, obviously people will get into that, Arsenal posts, and they are going to abuse them a lot. So much so that some people actually went on to abuse Edu Gaspar's son. Things have been literally gone out of hand yesterday, and there have been certain sections of fans who are actually abusing Edu's son on Twitter, and it is so sad, so sickening. I'll discuss about it in the video, don't worry, I've got some proofs as well. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And if you consider thinking that this guy is a guy who already spoke about Houssem Aouar coming to Arsenal, the whole transfer window, made a lot of views, made a lot of subscribers, and he's just making a good amount of money from Arsenal. Trust me, I'm not happy since yesterday. If you go and check out my live, I was not even interested in the fact that there is a ray of hope, because I think that the news was very concrete enough. So at the end of the day, even though I make these kind of videos, even if I come up with these kind of content again and again every single day, I am an Arsenal fan deep down inside, and that does not mean that if I have an FPL league already, I will be wanting Salah to score 3 goals against Arsenal just so that my FPL team goes ahead. No, it's not like that. I'm an Arsenal fan first. That's the big reason why I started this channel. And if you guys believe that somewhere down the line it's just a money making plot for me, this channel, trust me, I'm not making much. I'm really not making much. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, I do it because I know and I understand that people will, with a lot of ITK accounts in Instagram, in whichever parts of social media that you follow, they already tell only one thing, whichever they get in, and they try to raise hopes. But I try to be real with you guys, and I'm pretty much sure that that's what you got to be. That's what you got to be. We got a match in hand, so let's just jump into the news here. I actually got too much to discuss early. I'm sorry to waste your 2 minutes if you have, but let's move on. Well, Jorginho, ladies and gentlemen, yes, Arsenal are in advanced talks with Jorginho's agent, according to a Twitter page, CFC Saudi fans. So yes, you don't completely believe it, but yes, Arsenal's backup plan, if they don't get Paredes and Aouar, is Jorginho on loan. But moving on, well, Mavropanos made his debut, and he was really good. He played 70 minutes in a 1-1 draw versus Leverkusen. Yes, he played 70 minutes, and most importantly, the official match report from Stuttgart says that Dinos enjoyed a good debut for the German side. He proved an aerial threat from corners and was even denied a goal by the crossbar. So Mavropanos is doing really good in his loan at VfB Stuttgart. I hope he comes out as a very, very astute defender. Well, talking about Edu Gaspar here, because here's ESPN's Mauro Cesar Pereira had said about Edu. He said, Edu Gaspar is going to Arsenal. My condolences, Arsenal. Well, Edu actually is being criticized heavily by Brazilian media for being the one to authorize Neymar's father to accompany his son to the Brazil national team dressing room to help him through a difficult phase in his life. This is the big reason that Mauro Cesar Pereira believes that Edu would be a curse at Arsenal. He didn't say it, but he believes that Arsenal's fortunes are definitely going to tumble with Edu Gaspar going there. And the reasoning that he has given is not at all acceptable, but it's his opinion. That's all I've got to say. But moving on, well, former Arsenal captains Laurent Koscielny and Patrick Vieira share a hug and a laugh after Bordeaux's 0-0 draw with Nice in last weekend's Ligue 1 match. Yes, you can check it out. The two Arsenal captains meeting each other, hugging it out. Yes, that's really good. Yeah, you can say that. Well, Mikel Arteta, according to ESPN FC and Julian Lawrence, well, Mikel Arteta is now desperate to secure a loan deal for Jorginho before the transfer window closes on Monday. Aouar was the club's priority this summer ahead of Atletico Madrid's summer's party, but Lyon wanted around 60 million euros. Sources have said ESPN that Chelsea would be reluctant to allow Jorginho to depart without signing another defensive midfielder, but Lampard recognizes the need to reduce our bloated squad before Monday's deadline. So it looks like a bloated squad will be trimmed in by Frank Lampard. Let's see who's going to get out and who's going to come in. But moving on, well, let's talk about it. We will talk about the whole situation, but this is the latest image from yesterday that Hossam Aouar training with Olympique Lyon. I've already posted this on my community tab. I'm still doing it because you know what? What could have been? What could have been? But it's done and dusted now. And let's talk about Folarin Balogun. Let's talk about Folarin Balogun. Balogun becoming increasingly involved in the first team training. Yes, Arsenal looking to keep Folarin Balogun, and that's how Mikel Arteta is actually putting him into the first team actions more so that he stays. Well, according to RMC Sport, Hossam Aouar stayed at Lyon for the following 3 reasons. The big reasons why he did not choose Arsenal is: number 1, he did not want to cause Lyon difficulty in the last minute. Number 2, he wants to play Euros, does not want to risk bad integration with a new club, which will take time. Number 3, he wants to help Olympique Lyon qualify for Europe. So you know what, you can stay at Olympique Lyon, man. I respect that. Cheers. And well, the problem is not over for Arsenal because Chelsea have joined the race to sign long-term Arsenal target Thomas Partey as they look to strengthen in their midfield. If they cannot sign Declan Rice, it is believed that they will actually make a late run for Thomas Partey. Finally, it is claimed Antonio Rudiger wants to go to Tottenham. The German has been frozen out of Lampard's team and there are many clubs interested, but it is reported that Spurs would be his preferred choice. The futures of Fikayo Tomori and Ruben Loftus-Cheek are also still in the air. So yes, while talking about more stuff, both Fulham and Leeds are weighing up a move for William Saliba out on loan. Yes, journalist Fabrizio Romano told AFTV that the 19-year-old could be sent to either Craven Cottage or Ellen Road to help further his development this season. The defender has also been linked with a loan move to France. While talking about more stuff, well, the breakdown in the Hossam Aouar deal could open the door for Mesut Ozil back in the playing 11. Yes, he could return to first team action according to certain reports. The skillful midfielder has been frozen out of the first team action and a route back into the first team looked like an unlikely prospect. But with the creative Aouar no longer looking likely to sign, Ozil may be in line to make his first Arsenal appearance since March. Well, James Benge tweets out, "I am told Arsenal aren't close to any deal to sell Shkodran Mustafi. Similar progress over Sead Kolasinac's departure hasn't been too swift in the market. So far, the only significant sales the club has made are Emiliano Martinez for £20 million and Sam Greenwood for £3 million. No more departures, so no more arrivals as well." Well, moving on. Well, yes, another source, I think Fabrizio Romano has said it, or yeah. So Lucas Torreira has passed his medicals test today with Atletico Madrid as per David Vinicius Malbach. Atleti are ready to complete his signing on loan with buy option from Arsenal when they'll sell one player, Lemar Herrera, work in progress. So I'm pretty much sure that Torreira will be a done deal. That won't be an issue right now. Well, reports have suggested that both Southampton and Fulham are interested in Arsenal midfielder Emil Smith-Rowe. Yes, it's no secret that the 20-year-old is a natural talent, but unfortunately his injury woes have held him back in the recent years. With the current squad and potential potential additions, he may be surplus to requirements, and Arteta believes Smith-Rowe has to play actually, but let's see, only time will tell what happens. If he does not move out on loan, he's definitely going to get some Europa League games. Well, moving on, Arteta on his style of play has said that I want to become more dominant. I want to press even higher than we do. Like you could see on Thursday night how aggressive the team is. I want to have 55 shots on target and I want to concede 0 goals every game. This is the aim of where we want to get. But there's a problem. You can't do that with Elneny. You can't do that with the players that you've got. So you got to buy players, man. Well, moving on, AFC Bell has struck again. Yes, another series of tweets have been coming in from AFC Bell in support of Thomas Partey to Arsenal. It says, "We are not giving false hopes and we are not asking anyone to feel some way about something, but it is better to postpone judgments until the end of market. In summary, we are confident of the Thomas Partey deal, God willing. As for the Hossam Aouar deal, we are watching as the rest and see what the rest of the market hours have in store." Despite the negative news that appeared yesterday evening about Hossam Aouar, our reading of what is happening is not dark and things may change overnight. In 2016, when Lyon made the decision to keep Lacazette and not sell it to Arsenal, they made it public in an official statement. Today, their position is a newspaper leak. After the hysteria that occurred yesterday, we have to appear again to say that we are confident that Thomas Partey will come and the deal is on its way. God willing, My God, I hate this God-willing words that he uses. There is plenty of time for this deal to be completed. We appeal to those who trust us to show a little patience and to postpone judgment on the club's market until midnight on Monday. And regarding the Aouar deal, we have previously stated explicitly that we do not have sources close to the player or event, and our only information about him was that Arsenal was interested in him and would make a decision to sign with the player or not before he applied to activate Thomas Partey's clause, and this was and is the reality of the matter. Okay. When we talked about Aouar, we were always referring to press reports. We did not talk about any information from our sources because we did not have any source in this file. Yes, we previously said that we expect a deal that is currently focused on by the media, but this was never a confirmation of the arrival of the player because we are not in a position to confirm something like this. And also Fabrizio Romano quickly tweeted out yesterday night that Atletico Madrid have no intention to start any negotiations for Thomas Partey. As reported by June, it's 50 million euros release clause to be paid immediately, no installments or nothing. Atleti board still convinced he's not going to leave the club on next 2 days. So there was a journalist who asked Arteta recently that if you were managing Donald Trump, what would you say to him now that he's got the coronavirus? Mikel said no comment. Yep, that was a wonderful question actually. That's what you got to do. Now let's talk about a very serious issue here. So some Arsenal fans, well, this is what they actually posted about Edu Gaspar in Edu Gaspar's son's timeline. Yes, tell your dad to fix up, and Luigi save us, bro. This is fine, but look at this. Hope your father gets beheaded by ISIS live on TV. This is what people tweet on Luigi Gaspar's Twitter. Seriously? I mean, whoever did this, can you even call yourselves a reasonable human beings? Seriously? Oh, come on. Does he deserve this level of slander? What has he done? I mean, come on, man. And Arteta has spoken up about Sheffield United. He said the season they had, the way they have evolved as a team since they joined the Premier League has been unbelievable. The work that the manager has done with the coaching staff, with the resources they have, is remarkable. So yes, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. We are going to discuss about transfers as well, but more importantly, we are having a watch along. So tune in. Of course, supporting Arsenal is the primary duty that I've got to do as an Arsenal fan. I'm going to do that. So let's do it. And join in on my watch along if you can, and if you don't want to, it's completely your choice. I can understand. So 15 minutes prior to the kickoff time, it's already scheduled. So you can join me on my watch along, and post the watch along we'll discuss about the transfers as well. So it's going to be a long live. I'm going to extend it. So yes, cheers. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe.